Yo, 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 what's up? What's the haps? How's it going? It's Jake, back here with another video. I'm going to try and make this super quick. I'm going to talk about my last week and what I experienced in HSM Summer Camp, which was totally rad, blew my mind. It was in Phoenix, Arizona, and Grand Canyon University. It was a church camp with my church, Saddleback Church. And it was a lot. Some of you might know it. Actually, it's kind of a big church. But anyways, I want to kind of use a little metaphor here real quick. Like, church camp was totally crazy, but one of the things that blew my mind is just how much unity there was. You know, everybody, I met a bunch of new guys on day one, and by day two, they were saying like, oh my gosh, man, I love you, and like, I'm here for you, and it's just crazy. Like, you don't find that stuff in high school, really. You only find it in church, and I guarantee you, it's so rewarding to have meaningful friendships. Like I have friends in high school, but in church I have brothers. Like, that's what a big deal it is. And you have meaningful friendships. In high school, it's like people just say hi to you in the hallways and they like go about their lives. But when you go to church, people want to hang out with you. People want to connect with you and talk to you and have fun with you. And they really care about you, and they hug you and they love on you, and it's just crazy. And it's not just dudes, like it's chicks too. Like, I have sisters in Christ, I have brothers in Christ. It's a radical thing, and it's totally changed me. It's like definitely rocked my world. People who put on the church camp, you can learn more about it. It's Christ in Youth, CIY, and like Move and stuff. And they do camps, church camps all across the country. So it's really crazy. I had a cousin in St. Louis who went to one a few years ago. But they still do it to this day, and I want to encourage you to, if you're thinking about it, if you heard about it, maybe just give it a shot, because it's such a trip. One of the things that I thought was super funny was just that it was a lot like a Grateful Dead concert. And those of you who know me know I'm a huge Deadhead, so just hear me out on this one. It was crazy, because when I saw the Dead back in October, people were crying and hugging each other and loving on each other and singing at the top of their lungs, and there were people that were spinning around dancing, and when the music wasn't playing, people would, in between sets, they'd swap stories about when they first met their buddy who introduced them to the Dead, and they talked about their first time listening to the Grateful Dead, and they talked about just like the journey that they came to get here and all that. And when I got to church camp, when we went into the worship service, everyone started singing at the top of their lungs. Everyone, was crying and singing and loving on each other and hugging each other. And in between services, they'd swap stories about when they first met God and how it's changed their lives and the journeys that they came on to be where they're at right now. And everyone at the Grateful Dead concert was high on drugs, but everyone at church camp was high on the Lord, Everyone was spiritually whacked out, and it was nuts. It's crazy. And I'm still feeling it right now, and I every morning I text my friends, and just like, they're like, are you still whacked out? And I'm like, yeah, I'm still whacked out, brother. Like, it's nuts. Everyone's still feeling it, and I'm just like, after church camp, it was just something like kind of changed after the first few days, and I just realized that like, I gotta go into ministry. I want to do this. I want to be part of the church for my whole life. I kind of want to be a pastor. I want to reach out to people. At church camp, a lot of people spent their time playing games and hanging out with their friends, but random people would walk up to me and start talking to me like it was crazy, because I was praying about that. I wanted, myself, I wanted to be used, and I felt like that the whole entire week. God was using me to talk to people people were venting to me about their problems and, you know, asking me to pray for them, and I'd sit down on my couch, hold their hand and pray for them, and, you know, people of all ages, dudes and chicks, freshmen, seniors, everybody, you know, they just felt drawn to me, which was weird. But it was God, man. It was totally the Lord. It wasn't me. And I just prayed that all the words I said to him were just God speaking through me. Like, I didn't want to screw things up, but I totally feel so refreshed, and I feel like I have a purpose, and just like I'm ready, you know, I'm buckling up for the ride, you know, I'm blast off, let's go, let's start doing stuff. And I'm trying to get more involved in church, trying to get more involved in people's lives, and I want to just be a pastor. I want to take care of people and help them. You know, that's what I feel like my calling is. I mean, we'll see what happens. I'm going to graduate next year. You know, I'm a senior. We'll see what happens. Everything's changing like super fast, but I don't have a problem with it, man. I'm just going with the flow. So I just love hearing everybody's stories. I love everybody that I met. You know, shout out to all the boys in my cabin. Shout out to all the Blades, all the boys. I love you so much. Every single one of you guys. If you're watching this video, just know that I love you. If I met you at church camp randomly, I still love you. Just let me, just wanted you to know that. You know, I just, everybody touched my life. You know, when I was there, everybody just touched my heart, and it was so cool to feel like refreshed. And I was super shy before I came to camp, but I feel like I'm totally not anymore. Like, I'm not worried about my CP. I'm not worried about the way that I walk or whatever, you know, because it's display of God's power, you know. That's what it is. And I'm just ready to move on, go to the next step, ready to graduate, ready to get out there in the world and just see what it has to offer. You know, I feel very happy, very just in a good place. I know a lot of you guys are finding these videos just now, and you're dealing with CP or another disability, and you don't really know what you're doing. You feel lost in life, but I encourage you to pray about it. Pray to God. If you don't believe in God, just pray to anything. Just focus on it. Just hold the good thoughts and the hopes in your heart, and God will listen to it, because I know God exists. I know I've felt God's presence, and God's watching out for you. And I'll be praying for all you guys that are having doubts, that are feeling depressed, because I've been there. I know a lot of you guys are just like, feel like you're lost, but God's going to find you, man. I guarantee you. Sorry, I'm saying a lot. I'm not used to making videos again. It's kind of weird, to be honest. I didn't think I would be making a video anytime soon, but camp just rocked my world. I encourage you to look it up. You know, there's probably a camp in your area coming up. Summer's not over, so I guarantee you. Just look into it, and it'll change your life, man. It'll rock your world. You know, there's so much love in church, and I just wish everybody could experience that. So I encourage you, if you're thinking about going to church, if you're lost, if you feel like you don't have friends who really care about you, go to church and make new friends, and I promise you, those folks will care about you. So, peace out, guys. I'm really sleepy. I haven't really slept that well since I got back from camp, so I might take a nap. But I'll see you guys soon. Let me know what you think. I know there's not really much you could respond to this video except just like encouraging notes or whatever, but one love, guys. Peace out. Love you all. Whether I've met you in real life or not, like, I just love you. I just want you to know that, you know. Peace out, guys.